Are you planning to become a software developer in the top-notch organizations? Then you have reached the right video. I will discuss some key points which I have gathered after various discussions with a lot of developers from various big organizations. So watch the video till end and do follow these steps which I would be sharing with you, and definitely these would help you to build your career in top organizations. If you are new to my channel, then please subscribe to it because I share all the latest updates. And if you have already subscribed to the channel, then please share it with your friends so that it can reach to the appropriate people. So gather this information from various software developers who are already working in some big organizations. So this has been concluded. I have made a list of all the steps which we can follow so that you can become one of the best developers in the world. If you are already a developer in some organization and want to enhance your career, then you need to follow certain steps in the end. But in case you are a college student right now and you want to start your career in software development, then definitely start the steps from scratch, which I would be sharing with you within a few seconds. Do follow that, and definitely you would be gaining a lot of things from that. So you've already chosen computer science in your college degree. So definitely all the programming subjects are very important to you. Do not ignore any of the subjects like IMPL or it is data structures or anything data algorithms. Don't ignore any of these subjects because they will help you in the long run. So never ignore any of these top subjects because they will help you answering your questions in your interviews. So always pay close attention to all those subjects which are related to programming. Never ignore any one of them. So I would be reading some steps from the notes which I have prepared after discussions from various developers. So don't mind me if I'm not looking into the video, but please pay close attention to all the steps. Take a note of that and definitely follow them. So the first step you have to do is, there is one book, Let Us See, by the name of Yashwant Kanetkar. So you have to read the first chapter in very detail. You have to understand each and every word of that book. In the first chapter, if you are able to ace that chapter, then you will not face any problems in the upcoming things. So you have to pay very close attention to that particular chapter in that book, and from there, your thinking according to the developer will start. You will gradually improve a lot once you have all the subjects clear. The first thing which you need to take care of is all the basics. So that book will cover all the basics, and you would be you have to understand each and everything in detail of that particular subject, of that particular chapter. So first of all, start with the book by Yashwant Kanetkar and then follow the further steps. The main problem which most of the developers face is building logic. So if you will try to solve the problems in the Yashwant book and pay attention to each and every question, then only you will be able to improve further and follow the next steps. In case you are facing some issues in solving the questions from Yashwant's book, then do pay attention to all the steps. First of all, think of your possible solution. In case you have to spend some time on solving those questions, don't directly look into the answers. First of all, start looking into the questions. Think of various aspects, how he's trying to ask the question, what he's trying to say. At that time, in case you are not able to get the answer, then only look at the answer. In case you are able to do something, at least the first thing is start building a logic is how you have to approach that question. Okay, so always pay close attention to all the questions in Yashwant's book. In start, it will take a bit of time, but gradually once you start practicing it, you will get to know how I have to approach the question, how I have to start solving that, and I have to start building the logic for that. So always pay close attention to the Yashwant's book and then improve further. Before telling you the next steps, the first thing which you have to do is never give up. If you are aiming to become a software developer, then in the initial phase you will face a lot of problems. You might not be able to solve a very simple question within a few minutes or a few hours. You have to spend some days on that, but in case you are able to solve that, then you can go further. But do not, I would say, never give up. Always try and try and try and try. Keep trying. Never lose your hope, because one day definitely there's nothing like one which a human cannot solve. So definitely one day you would be able to solve all those problems very easily. So it's just about practicing and practicing. So once you are able to solve most of the questions from Yashwant's book, then you can switch to various online platforms which are available. So the first one is HackerRank, where you can start from scratch. So once you're done with the Yashwant's book, then switch to HackerRanks to very easy kind of problems there. you would be able to like solve them very quickly. But in case you are not able to solve them, just at least try to think how you can approach the problem, how you can start solving that, how you can start building the logic for that. But in case if you have done, let us see, book in very detail, you would be able to solve these problems very easily. So I'm not telling these things by myself. I have gained this knowledge from various developers who are already working in some of the FAANG organizations. So you have to follow these steps very precisely. Start solving problems from the hacker rank, from very easy problems standard. Once you are able to ace all those problems, then you can start with the next thing is you can always start a timer when you're trying to solve those questions. Once you are able to also ace those things, like for example, if I take about a simple question that you want to build a logic for building a calculator and you can do that in a single hour, like only in 1 hour, then definitely you can move to the next phase. So always try to challenge yourself once you are able to solve the problems easily. Always challenge yourself with a timer. Sometimes it might happen that you are not able to start the question or start the answer for solving that. So do have a look at the answer, but do not try to copy it. Once you have seen the solution, now try to build logic on your own. For example, if you are building a calculator, then you have seen the solution for that. Now do not copy that solution. Always try to think for yourself that how I can start building the logic if you have seen already the answer. This is the best approach which you can use for solving the questions and practicing. Once you are able to build your own logic, then definitely it would be very easy for you to enter the next level of the solving questions and building logic. Once you are able to ace all the problems for hacker rank, which are very easy, then you can just switch to the LeetCode website. And at that level, you can start with the medium level thing, because most of the organizations ask for medium level problems only. Once you are able to ace all the medium level problems, then you can start with the hard level at the LeetCode. But the main thing which most of the organizations ask is the medium level thing only. So always try to practice as much as you can. So one pro tip which I would like to share is you can always start making weekly targets instead of one day. So let's say if you are targeting today, you will solve this number of problems. After that, once you are able to do all that, then always start practicing with the weekly targets. So for example, if you are already solving 7 problems in a week, then target to solve at least 10 problems or maybe 5 problems in a week. So always move with medium level targets. With this, once you are able to solve all the medium level problems from LeetCode, then you are already in the 1 to top % crowd of high-end developers. And these days, most of the big organizations only ask for medium level. There might be only 1 or 2 problems which are asked from LeetCode from the high level, like which are very hard. But most of the organizations always ask for medium level problems. So always pay close attention to all the approach, how the solution is implemented, how they have built the logic for that. So always try to pay close attention to that. Once you are able to solve the high-end problems as well, then switch to different platform. I can share the platforms once you ask for that. So definitely follow these steps in detail, and one day definitely you would be able to ace each and every problem. And with it's not always like that organizations want you to solve answers. That is also a requirement, but in case they would like your approach, how you are approaching the problem, how you're trying to build logic for that, that is also noticed in the programming interviews. So always try to pay close attention to each and every detail. So this was advice for the freshers, but person who is already experienced and want to move to big organizations like the multi-brands which are already there, the first thing you can do is you can start directly with the medium level problems from LeetCode. It might take some time in the starting, or you might be able to solve them very easily. In case you are able to solve those problems easily, then definitely start applying for those jobs in your dream organizations. But in case you are not able to solve the medium level problems, then definitely you can start the approach which I have shared earlier for the freshers as well. So you can start with that approach. Always try to cover your basics, because basics build the buildings. So definitely try to solve the medium level problems for all the experienced persons who are watching this video. And once you are able to solve that, then definitely you are very much clear about how you have to approach the question, how you have to build the logic for that. So the main thing is building the logic. You can build logic only once you are able to think for that. So it only comes with the practice. So I would say just keep practicing. Don't lose touch with coding at any time, because these things will help you in future a lot. Once you are able to ace these problems, then definitely you can appear for any interview in any of the world's organizations, and definitely you will get that job. So keep trying, keep practicing, and all the very best. In case you have a different approach and you have already done something different from this video which I have not explained, then do write down in the comment box. I will have a look at that, and definitely it would be a learning for me as well, and I would be able to teach a lot of people about that as well. Thank you very much. In case you like the video, then please share it with your friends, share it with the freshers, because it will help a lot to them and they can start building their future coding careers. Thank you very much.